Hello everybody, my name is Sharmila Perera and I'm happy to be here today to provide you with information on immigration to Canada. My company and Arbour consultants have been providing immigration services for the last 20 years and we have helped thousands of families immigrate to Canada successfully. Today, my information session will be about what's happening in the world of immigration in Canada today. There has been a lot of different things happening because of COVID, some good, some bad. And the immigration world has turned basically upside down. People don't know what to do anymore. The programs are open or not, and what's open and what's not. So we are here today to provide you with this information, a very brief information session, so that you will understand how best to immigrate to Canada. Right now, what's happening is that Canada Immigration and the Government of Canada has recognized that the best way for anybody to come to Canada is with a job offer. So if you are looking to immigrate to Canada and you do not have a job offer, it's going to be quite hard unless you want to immigrate as a business person. There are lots of programs available without job offers. However, the amount of people being taken into these categories are so little that a lot of the people applying don't qualify to come under these programs that offer immigration without a job offer. Hence, we as a company have had to change our course of business as well to help our clients immigrate successfully, and we understand that most of the programs, whether federally or provincially, having a job offer is the biggest advantage there will be for you. So how is it that we can help you? If you apply for a job directly to a Canadian employer, the chances are that they are not going to contact you, and if they do, they will ask you, do you have a permit to work in Canada? And if you say no, then they probably will not pursue the interview. And that's fair because employers in Canada don't know who you are, don't know where you come from, they have no idea how to sponsor you, they have no idea what your references look like, what employment experiences you have, and whether you are genuine or not. So they have a real problem and a real scare when it comes to hiring people from outside of Canada. And that's where we come in. I travel all over Canada. I meet with employers. I explain to them the process of sponsoring a foreign national. And believe me, there's lots of opportunity in Canada. Last semester alone, we had about 1 million jobs that went unfilled in Canada. Employers are struggling without workers. Restaurants and hotels close down, a certain hour. They don't want to provide 24-hour service. I have clients who have resorts who have 5 restaurants in the resorts and only 1 operate. I have IT companies that are saying that they cannot take on any more clients because they do not have the necessary people to work for them. Trades is a huge area that Canada is struggling to find people for, whether it's in the construction industry, manufacturing industry, it does not matter. We are really short of tradespeople. So the opportunity is there. The good news is that the opportunity is there for you. The bad news for employers is that they don't have the people and they are looking to bring people from outside of Canada and they don't know how to navigate this process. So this is where we come in to support you as well as the employer in this process of immigrating a foreign national with the talents and the experience and the education employers in Canada need. So when I meet with employers, I sit down with them and go through their concerns. Do you have people in Canada that you can hire? If you don't, then what's the set of qualities and education and experience you are looking for? Well, if that's the case, let's go out and seek somebody from outside of Canada. Let us help you to navigate through the sponsorship process, which is also complicated, and apply to get that permit to sponsor the foreign national. Let us help you with checking references or seeking out whether when any of these people that apply to these employers have the eligibility to come to Canada. An employer will only interview you for the position. So if you are an IT person, a software developer, the employer will interview you and ask you questions about your job. How would you want to do, how can you do your job? Are you good at doing your job? They do not know that as much as you are capable of doing your job, whether you may or may not be eligible to immigrate to Canada. So we do that process as well. We assess your eligibility, your admissibility to Canada, and we inform the employer, you can go through the process now because they're spending a lot of time and money on this sponsorship process. It's very necessary that they hire somebody that's eligible to come to Canada. So when we go out and promote immigration services to the world, we already have employers who are looking for people like you, who are great workers with great work ethics, wonderful English abilities, good experience, extraordinary education, all of that. And then we can actually refer you to the employers that we work with. And then it's up to them. We are not a recruitment agency. Almost all of the lawyers and immigration consultants are here to help you with the immigration process, not the recruitment process. We can introduce you to the employers, or employers can ask us to check the references of anybody that they have actually got resumes for, or they have made contact with on social media. And we assess your eligibility, and then it's up to you and the employer to go through that interview process, make sure that both of you like each other, and that's necessary, that the employer like you, and you like your abilities, and you like the employer here and the company that you're going to be working for. For me, I always say that moving to Canada should not be a career decision. It should be a life decision. Because why are you coming to Canada in the first place? You're coming to Canada basically to bring your family, to settle down and make this your home. If you're just coming here looking for a career, then you can go to the rest of the world who will be offering you like amazing pay and benefits and all of that, right? So sometimes it is necessary for you to take a step back. Say if you are a chef, maybe the employer will say, I would like to employ you as a cook, see how you do, and then maybe I will promote you to a chef position. Take it, don't worry about it. If you feel the employer is good, if you feel the company is great, take it, even if you have to take a step back, because for us, we want to ensure that we get you to your destination as fast as possible. And what's your destination? Permanent residency. So our goal is not that you have a great job or not that you have a great pay. None of that matters to us. To us, we look at what's the fastest possible way for you to come to Canada and get your permanent residency, so you can then skyrocket into the next level of your career. So I ask everybody to keep that in mind when you're coming to Canada. If you put restrictions on yourself and say, I'm only looking for this job with this particular employer in this particular province, then it's going to be hard on everybody, because your choices are then very limited, and you will be waiting for this one particular job because you don't want to take on any other job that's offered to you. So make it a life decision instead of a career decision. For us, eligibility is very important. We do not take on a client unless I am 99% sure that you will be able to come to Canada, because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time or the employer's time or money of anybody else. So we take on clients that we are sure of, and hence we are able to boast that we have a really great success rate. And we do not guarantee anything, but we have a great success rate because we only take on clients that we feel are extremely eligible to come to Canada. We check your references, your police records, your eligibility, your admissibility. All of that is checked before we even introduce you to an employer. We then check also the employer's eligibility to sponsor you. And if all of that match, then we do all of the paperwork. You land in Canada, you take up your job offer, and then you have so many different pathways to apply for permanent residency. Some of the provinces have programs that you can apply directly for permanent residency, and even federally. If you are highly qualified, like both of the spouses have master's degrees or PhDs, have exceptional English abilities and are under say 35 or 40, you may be able to apply directly for immigration and get the points necessary to get invited to apply to Canada. Other provinces have a list of jobs that they are seeking people to apply. So for instance, Saskatchewan may have a list of jobs that they are looking for. So if you are in one of those job categories, you can definitely apply without a job offer and you may get chosen. Business people are always welcome to Canada. We have several business programs that we work through provincially. Almost every province has a business program. Federally, we have a very popular program, which is the intra-company transfer, which means that if you already operate a successful business in your home country and you want to expand to Canada, then you can apply under the intra-company transfer, whether you do the same business or a different business, as long as all of the majority shareholders of the current company form the company here in Canada. And it is an extension of your business that you are currently operating. You will be qualifying under the ICT program, and it's one of the most popular programs that you can immigrate as a business person. However, if you do not meet the financial criteria of the ICT and you're a small business owner, we have other programs that you can qualify under, which is C11, C12. Even if you don't own a business, say you're a senior manager in a big company, managing a department and people, you have what we call entrepreneurial qualities because you are responsible for the financials of that department and the functioning of that department. So we can also categorize you under a C11, C12 and then help you find a business here in Canada and then immigrate you under this program. So business people are always welcome. It's not just skilled and professionals that Canada need. Canada needs semi-skilled people and non-skilled people as well. Some of the industries are really suffering, manufacturing industries, food processing industries like the meat processing factories, they are really suffering also because of the lack of workers. And so again, the good news is that it doesn't matter what you do. At the end of the day, there are opportunities in Canada for each and every one of you. The main thing is to get assessed and see if you do qualify, and then work with a company that can actually connect you with employers here in Canada. So today, that's my brief for you. I hope you got a lot of information. And if you do need more, you can contact us directly at info@annarbor.com. And we are located here in Canada, in Ontario, as well as we have an office in Edmonton. We work all over Canada, whether it's in BC, Alberta, the Atlantic provinces, in Ontario. We work all over Canada. And we will be happy to assess you and see your eligibility to come to Canada. I'm Sharmila Perera from Arbour Consultants, bringing you immigration news today.